Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the careers in the water industry and the careers that you did not know about. And we're again live here at the historic Viking Hotel in downtown Newport. A special new colleague that I just met this weekend, Miss Patricia Kelliher from the Hazen Company. Is that correct?
Yes.
Hi, Patricia. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
Well, thanks for sitting down and talking to our audience here.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm honored.
Oh, my gosh. Well, the whole premise of this podcast is to try to get younger students involved, okay, and making them aware of the great careers that this industry has to offer. So tell us about your day job.
Yeah, my day job, I am a water engineer. I focus on drinking water and assisting communities with providing anything that they need in order to get the water from a source to the tap that's coming out of a customer's faucet, shower, etc. So, nice. Treatment, distribution. It's hard that a lot of people don't understand how the water gets there. So
absolutely, they take for granted. You just turn it on, hot on the left. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. Anyway, how did you when you graduated high school? Did you have a path going forward, or is that something that just kind of evolved?
Yes, I've been talking to a few people that I've met this week regarding this. I think that everyone had a very similar experience, that in high school they generally didn't know what they wanted to do, and I was in the same boat. I knew I loved math and science.
Okay.
And I actually had a marketing teacher tell me that engineering is a good career. So I looked into it, and then in college, when I did civil and environmental engineering, I had the opportunity to go to Kenya with Engineers Without Borders, and that just solidified I want to do water in the future. And
wow.
That's how I ended
up
here.
Now, you're from New Hampshire?
I am from New Hampshire,
okay.
yes.
You still live in New Hampshire?
I still live in New Hampshire.
All right,
yeah.
fantastic. So, what college did you go to?
I went to the University of Massachusetts, Amherst.
Okay, UMass Amherst. Okay, my son-in-law went to university as an engineer. He's a civil engineer as far as that goes. So, anyway, now you work for the Hazen Company, which is considerably a large firm that works both water. I believe they work water and wastewater, correct?
Yeah. So Hazen and Sawyer is about 1,200 people throughout the
US.
country, and about over 60 offices, and we do all things water. So that includes drinking water, wastewater, and stormwater projects.
Sure. Now, you did a great presentation, by the other way.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Your partner in crime, we still haven't nailed her down yet to get her in there, but we're going to get here before the weekend is out here. But anyway, so you did a lot of, as a part of that presentation, you did a lot of the analytical stuff. So tell us how that evolved on working with the water utility.
Yeah, so as a lot of people in the industry know, aging infrastructure is a real problem right now. So Connecticut Water Company brought on Hazen and Sawyer to assist them with prioritizing what infrastructure they should look into replacing first. And so we looked specifically at the water mains in the 1,800 miles of main in their system, and we created a risk analysis for them to help them prioritize which capital improvements they should focus on first.
Yes. Now, you guys created some great dashboards. I mean, there's some awesome visuals to do that. And I'm sure, all of that analytical data and so forth was put to good use. And I think, like anything in not only our industry, but, knowledge is power, and I think from that standpoint, you produced a lot of great stuff and a lot of knowledge there to go from there. So, are you pretty much working with clients all over New England, or?
Yeah, I primarily work with clients within New England. I also do hydraulic modeling. So you can do hydraulic modeling from anywhere. And I've been able to assist projects in Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina as well.
Nice. So now, as far as when you started out as an engineering umbrella, was there, did you get into the environmental side at all, as far as that goes?
No, my focus was evaluations and assisting communities looking at their systems as a whole and coming up with strategies to make improvements. And then those evaluations led into design and construction projects.
Right, right. Well, not only is our infrastructure aging, okay, our our workforce is aging also, and you've been in the business. How long now have you been in the business?
I've been in the business for 12 years.
For 12 years, so you're getting up there. I've been in the business just south of 50, so it's a big disparity there. But I'm heading that light at the end of the tunnel, so we want to start filling that pipeline and making kids both in high school and college, okay, aware of the potential of the careers that they can avail themselves to in this industry that are secure, okay. It's not something that you can outsource, and there are a lot of rooms for advancement, even if you did not go to college and so forth. So we want to make sure that we're telling our story and all of the good work that we do in providing safe potable water as far as to our customers. So fantastic. So from a personal standpoint, what do you like to do for fun?
I used to, for fun, go outdoors a lot. I grew up dancing, taking dance classes, but I have 3 young children, so my time outside of work is very tied up. Yep.
So when you say dance classes, my wife was a dancer. She's a ballet tap dancer. So what type of dancing were you into? You do ballroom?
Ballet, tap, and jazz.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, okay. You still have the shoes?
Yes, I do.
See? You never get rid of those.
You never get rid of your tap or point shoes, no.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Awesome. Well, now, how old are your kids?
7, 4, and a year and a half.
Okay, so any of them into getting into dance yet?
My oldest did dance, and then she wasn't interested, and I wasn't going to push it, and now does gymnastics, but she just does it for the love of it. She is not coordinated, so we'll see where she goes in life. But I don't think dance and gymnastics is that path.
Okay, well, it's exposure, and it becomes a social activity.
Yeah, it's a great way to just make friends.
Yeah, absolutely. No, for sure, get to that point. So, all right. So, favorite foods. What's your desert island food?
I am a foodie in a way. I don't have a specific favorite food.
Okay.
I like to try a lot of new things and go to nice restaurants, and if there's something weird on the menu, I'll try it and see where it goes.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Why not to go from there? So now, what kind of food does your husband like?
He's very similar to me.
Is he?
Yeah.
Take a walk on the wild side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess we love sushi.
Okay. Sushi's good.
Steak is great. But once you go to a really good steak restaurant, I don't want to cook steak on my own anymore because it doesn't taste as good.
Well, it's not only the method that they use in preparing it, but it's also the quality of beef that they can get in a restaurant. It's not something that you can go down to the Stop and Shop and get. As far as that goes,
right?
Whatever. Yeah, I hear you. So, all right, great. So, going from there, you may know I'm a big music geek and so forth. I own a music store. So, what's your favorite desert island album?
Garth Brooks.
Hey, I got friends in low places. See, I think he just
toured locally. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was in Massachusetts that.
Yep.
I think it was Gillette Stadium that he did it.
Yeah, it was Gillette. I wanted to go, but.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's been around a long time. He's a classic, really. So fantastic. So, going back, do you remember the first concert that you attended?
Yes.
Okay.
My parents brought me and my sister. I don't know how old we are, but Spice Girls.
Oh, Posh and the gang.
Posh and the gang. Yep, ginger, sporty.
Yeah. All I knew was Posh, Okay. Wow.
Yeah, as a young girl, it was amazing.
Okay.
But it's really,
Did you
good memory.
did you get into any of the boy bands?
In sync, yeah.
In
I
Sync.
think every girl in my generation, it was a battle between Backstreet Boys and In Sync
Yeah.
and who you liked. But yeah, it was definitely
It's crazy. I mean, they're still out on tour, and you look at the images of when they first came on the scene, and to see them perform now, it's just wow.
Yeah.
It just somehow is not the same. You see these gray-haired guys up there, and they're okay, and they're doing the dance moves and all that kind of stuff, and say, okay, fantastic. So anyway, good. So as far as in relation to getting back to our water industry and so forth, as far as the technology that you guys use, obviously, you used, I think in your presentation.
For that project, we used Excel.
Okay.
Connecticut Water Company wanted us to create a tool that they felt comfortable using.
Okay.
They didn't want to give someone in operations or somewhere else in the company that may not be comfortable with using like a Power BI,
Okay.
GIS web map. There's a lot of training that needs to be done there. So
Right.
we created the Excel-based tool so it can be used by the majority of people who work there.
Anybody that's anywhere familiar with an office suite, the Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, and all that kind of good stuff. So
Right, but then we created those dashboards that you were talking
Yes.
about, similar to Power BI, so that they could at least not be overwhelmed by all the numbers in
Yeah,
an
yeah,
Excel spreadsheet and be able to visualize that if you make changes to the risks,
it changes real time.
it changes real time.
Yeah, that's powerful. You get to the point, and it's amazing how you can make one adjustment and replace one piece of main, and how it affects the overall architecture of the system.
Exactly. So
and
the way
its performance.
Right, the way we prioritized it right now makes sense for their existing system, but that's one of the key points we said is as this changes over time, as you make these improvements, CWC is going to be able to use that tool
Sure.
and change the priorities as
Going
needed to make sense for what their new system is.
Sure, it's a living document as far as that goes. So fantastic. So, all right. Hey, thanks so much for coming down. We got to get your partner in crime here, to come over here. I was going to put you guys on at the same time and so forth, but we've been trying to find her. She's around the conference here. So
She's been busy.
yes, she has. Anyway, so hey, Patricia, thanks so much. Patricia from Hazen and Sawyer, is in the house, and ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of the future of the water and wastewater industry and the careers you didn't know about and the people that make it all happen. So I'm your host, Dave Kosminski. Thanks so much, and we'll look forward to getting this up on YouTube and Anchor and Spotify. So thanks, Patricia. Thank you so much.